Good morning, guys. It is time for another Sign Carvers of the Day. So if you guys don't know what Sign Carvers of the Day is, or SCOTD for short, it's where you actually take pictures of the projects you guys have done and then you email them to Dad. So if you have something that you've done that you want to see on the channel, send it to eric@makeawoodsign.com. We are way behind, guys. We're like way behind. Today's is September 24th of 2023 to October 8th of 2023. So we're probably going to do a few more of these this month just to catch up and get your guys' projects out there for everyone to see. One thing I love about this is that it inspires us to really get more creative, and you guys are really raising the bar for me and Dad. So I love doing these things, and as you can see, I'm doing it today, not Dad, because I'm way better looking. Let's get into it. First, we have Chad Whitson. Now this is an awesome looking Halloween sign. So Halloween stuff or holiday stuff in general sells really, really well. And I like the fact that, Chad, you put some orange in there to give it a little bit of color, to give it some contrast and a little bit more depth. This is a super cool design, and I'm not sure where you got it, but I really like this thing. So awesome job, man. This really, really looks good. All your lines look good. Great job. Next we have Allison Richards, and Allison is a Florida Gators alumni, so she made this Florida Gators logo, and what's different about this that I really like is that it's on a pine board, but she actually put an oak trim around it. So it kind of sets it off a little bit, and anytime you can add different types of wood into a project, it really gives it a little bit something extra, and also it attracts eyes a little bit more. So Allison, you did an awesome job on this, and that's a great logo. I really like it. Next we have Kevin Rich. Now this is Kevin's first carving, and it's a cool looking like fly fishing scene. I really like it. It looks like you went a little bit shallow on some of these. You used your profile bit, but as you go on and you do more and more, it's gonna get a lot better. But your lines look good. You just need to go a touch deeper. But excellent job, Kevin. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you're having fun, man. And you keep it up and you're gonna be a great carver. Now we have Dougie Fletcher from the UK. So Dougie's been carving for a few years now, and he made this for a friend of his. One thing I like about it is the frame around it. So it almost has a shadow box look to it. And me personally, I like the burning. Dad is not a big fan of that, but he's wrong, so it's okay. But this looks great, man. It's like a coat of arms. It almost looks like you have a shadow around it because you didn't burn too close to the carving itself. Excellent job, man. I think that looks really, really good. I'm sure your friend liked it. Keep it up, man. Next we have Wallace Serra, and this is a North Carolina State logo. This is on 11 by 14 pine, and he used the carving liner, the profile bit, and the 60-degree bit. And it looks really, really good. That's a great logo. And I like the fact that the red is on there, but you used white for the lettering on the hat. That helps it stand out a lot. Anytime you can throw color in something, it draws more eyes and it gets a lot more attention. Excellent job, Wallace. That looks really good, man. Next we have Shane Northridge, and I think Shane is in the UK as well. And this is a 23-inch recycled oak tabletop, and he's got a resin inlay with black paint. Oak is not the easiest thing in the world to carve, but man, you did a great job on this. I like that you put resin in it. It really helps those stars to kind of stand out and pop a little bit. And those waves down there, they look like they were a challenge to do. But man, you did a really, really good job on this thing. And I've seen some of your other work, Shane, and man, you're a great carver, so keep it up, dude. That really, really looks awesome. Next we have Timothy Saxon, and he used our Gone Fishing stencil, and he has four different colors actually. So he's got the black outline, then he used Rust-Oleum Satin Blue, and I believe that was for the Gone Fishing. And now normally satin, especially using pine, it has a tendency to bleed, but Timothy said there was no bleeding on this, which is excellent. Then he used the chalk Tidal Pond on the fish and a Farmhouse Red for the bobber. Looks excellent, man. You're keeping good lines, and this is just kind of a fun sign to carve. It's a cool design. That really, really looks good. Excellent job, man. Next we have Dave Hoffman, and I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and assume he made this for him and his wife. So Dave, I'm not sure how long you've been carving, but it looks like you're keeping a pretty good line. I would have brought those together a little bit, kind of took up a lot of the board, but that's a great looking board and you're doing awesome, man. It really looks good. I like the fact that you put a heart on it. It's always nice to make something for the wife. You know what I mean? Excellent job, Dave. Keep it up. And obviously he used our Western letter set on there. The more you do it, the more fun you're gonna have and the better they're gonna get. Plus it gets really addicting. So Dave, great job on that, man. Hopefully Wanda liked it. Next we have Cole Hanstead or Honsteed. I'm not sure, but regardless, that's an awesome sign. So Cole's bear hunting outfitter in Canada, Full Bore Outfitters. That is a great logo. I really like the logo on that. And I like that you put a little base on there. So it doesn't necessarily have to hang on a wall. It can be set on a desk or whatever. But that looks really, really good. Man, your lines are looking good. And anytime you have a cool logo like that, it's just fun to carve. So Cole, great job. Hopefully you got a bear last year because I didn't. Our buddy Jason from the UK. So Jason Harrison was with us when we went to the Maker Central show out in the UK, and we actually started this sign, the flag sign, as part of a demo. And we decided to leave it with Jason. He said he'd like to finish it up, and man, did he ever. Did a really, really great job on this. And then you made the little collaboration sign to go along with it. Man, Jason, you are making some awesome stuff, man. It really looks good, and I love how detailed you get. Jason, you are really a good sign carver, and man, it was great to meet you. Hopefully we'll get back out there sometime so we can hang out and have a beer together. Next we have Randy Haig, and this is his very first sign, and he made a leash hanger for his dog. So for me personally, I like useful stuff. So I like art too, but when you can mix art and usefulness, that's a big plus for me. So this looks awesome, man. For your very first sign, that is really, really good. And that looks like a pretty grainy board. You're keeping a good line and you added the little leash hangers. Man, great job, Randy. Hopefully you're getting more into it and enjoying it and having fun because you definitely have a talent for it, man. That looks really good. Great job, Randy. Next, we have James Henry. So this one is really, really cool. I like the arrowhead shape of it. And I also like that you scalloped around the arrowhead to give it kind of a natural, rough look to it. That looks awesome. I do see, it looks like you missed carving out the middle of the O, but it happens, dude. It happens. And this is only your third sign. So, man, that is great work. And James is getting ready to do his first craft show. Man, you make more of those, I guarantee you'll sell some of them. Really great work, James. Next is another buddy of ours that we met out in the UK, Aid Mance. Now, for those of you that don't know, Aid is only carving with one hand. He's got one working hand, and man, you are doing some awesome stuff. It looks fantastic. Not only are you only carving with one hand, but you're only painting with one hand. So your lines look great, the color looks great, and that's some nice looking wood. I'm not sure what it is, but man, it really, really looks good. Some of the stuff that Aid has done has just blown us away. Man, you're doing awesome work. Great job, buddy. Next, we have Joseph Ortiz. So this is a round, it's a 9-inch round, and that's pretty small for all the detail in here. And on top of the resin that he did, the color and the paint, he actually put glitter in the water in the lighthouse. That's something I never would have thought of. That made a huge difference. It really, really looks good, man. The glitter definitely makes the waves and the lighthouse pop. That is just awesome work, dude. And he's got a little compass that actually hangs at the bottom of it. Excellent job. Everything's spaced out perfect. And you did a great job on the epoxy too. That stuff is not the easiest thing in the world to work with. Next, we have Luke Gearing. So Luke has sent me several things on Facebook Messenger that he's done, and I always enjoy seeing what he does because he's super creative, and man, he's just a great sign maker. I love the outline of the sign, and it's an awesome logo too. I'm not sure why they're using arms as a logo for Waffle House. Maybe it's because everyone fights at the Waffle House. I don't know. But it's a great logo, and you did a really good job on the hands. Hands can sometimes be very, very hard to carve just because it has to be so symmetric. But man, that looks awesome. Great job, buddy. Next we have Leon Martin. Now this one is pretty cool. It's a 16 by 16 inch piece of pine, and what I really like about this one is the edge he did on it. So Leon, it looks like the edge, you almost made them look like logs put together, and it's super creative. I don't think I've seen one quite like this before. I really like that. That might be something we have to do in the future, but your lines look great. There's a lot of carving in there. All that background can be a little bit tough to do, but with the edge on that and all the background, that just looks awesome, man. Leon, you're doing some great work, and you're adding your own flair to it, and we might have to steal that idea because I really like it. Great job, Leon. Next we have Matt Bishop. Now this is a high school sign. I'm not sure if it's his high school he went to or his kid's high school or what, but this is out of an 18-inch round, and he did a resin flood coat. Man, this looks great. All the different colors on there, the blue in the eyes and the white in the eyes, really, really looks good. And man, you are holding a solid line. That is awesome work. And those rounds, they can be really challenging to carve. It's kind of hit and miss. Some of them carve really well, some of them carve like a brick. So man, great job. I really like that, dude. I wish I could paint this well. Excellent job, Matt. This one is cool. This one's by Guy Fagerman, and it's a plaque for his nephew, and you can see there's a little 4-inch by 4-inch square right there. That's where he's gonna put a picture of his hunting dog. I think it's really creative how you use the shotgun shell to hold the pheasant tails. Man, it just is super creative, super different. Really, really looks good. I like the border around it, and also the fact that you did the notches in the corners so it's not just rectangle, because we tend to get into little ruts where we don't do anything different. But man, that really looks awesome. I'd like to see it with a picture of his dog. In fact, I'd like him to take me hunting so I might actually get something. Excellent job, Guy. Really, really creative. I dig that, man. Next is Pete Alvarado, and I'm assuming that he made this for himself, but that looks awesome. Now, what's kind of difficult about this, other than the coloring that he did, is the fact that the lettering is all different sizes. So he must have done an inkjet transfer on this or a carbon paper, and the lines look excellent. And one thing to add, guys, is if you have a creative aspect to you, if you have a creative mind, the shading on the dog there really adds something. See, when we paint, we normally do all one color. But if you are creative and artistic and you can add shading, it gives it a whole different life. It really makes it look more realistic. Excellent job, Pete. Man, that looks great. And I like the rustic edge around the border as well. Last but not least, we have Dave Miller. Now, this is obviously our love stencil, and this is Dave's very first sign. So, man, great job. It looks like you did most of this with a profile bit, and I like that you put a chamfer on the edge and you didn't paint it. Again, we get in these ruts where we chamfer and we paint. That's just kind of what we do. But when you mix it up and you do something different, that looks really, really good, man. So Dave, I hope you're enjoying it, and the more you do it, you're gonna get hooked. It's just the way it goes, man. So excellent job, Dave, and keep at it, man. You're just gonna get better and better. All right, guys, there it is. So if you have any projects that you want to send in to us, make sure you send them to eric@makeawoodsign.com. We'll put them in the queue and get it on here. And again, sorry for being so far behind. We are really far behind because we got so many other projects going on. But thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, if you have any questions or pictures, send them to eric@makeawoodsign.com or ryan@makeawoodsign.com. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.